服を
何したの？
入った瞬間やられた。毎度どうも MI ゲームズのマーです。
ヨリングです。
今回も前回の引き続きですね、ディヴィニティオリジナルエンハンスエディションやっていきたいと思います。で、前回は、島に上陸してで進めていくうちにこの町にたどり着いたっていうことですね。で、オーレウスですね、今回ちょっと探して、話していきたいと思います。
街が広い。
そう、地味に広いから。
手分けして探していく。
Save that sheep all by your lonesome. Quite the feat. I thought the old girl's fate was sealed when the orc shaman set his fiery gaze on her sails.
街の人から話聞いてたら良さそう。すごい笑い声が化け物、胸でかい化け物。
Ah, who better than a proven orc crusher to convince my dumbbell of a friend here that orc...
Enough of that. I know how dangerous an orc can be, but this one has been reformed. Anyone can see that she's completely docile. But my prejudiced friend here still...
Maybe before the great orc raid we had time to indulge Ninius's idiotic obsessions. But now we're needed at our posts. I can hardly believe I've been wasting time protecting an orc when I should be running them through.
Excuse my friend's violent outbursts. He hasn't enjoyed a woman's touch in quite some time.
Your woman's touch is less of a loving caress and more of a claw shanked brutally through the throat. I'll take my chances as a bachelor, thanks.
My friend here and I were patrolling outside the city walls, when who did I see creeping along the shore but this lovely orcish lady? For a brief second, perhaps confused by the butterflies in her stomach, she sprang up and began running, claws bared towards Marius. Fortunately for him, I had the presence of mind to ignore my sword and instead adroitly fling my pouch of trinkets towards her. A vial of love potion shattered over her head, and when she turned to face me, she became instantly enamored.
惚れ薬で多くを惚れさせた。多くを惚れさせた。
I'm sure she must have been compelled to join the orcish army under some kind of duress. A lady with such a sweetly savage manner would never willingly join up with those vicious marauders.
Ha! I can assure you there wasn't a hint of sweetness in those murderous eyes when she lunged at my throat. She may be confined here for now, but who's telling when she'll escape and who she'll rip to shreds?
なるほどね。
Save that ship all by... I thought the all...
これイベントかな。
home, a livelihood, all sunk in a matter of minutes while we could do nothing but look on.
イベント？
なんか惚れ薬で
詳しく教えて。
惚れ薬。
これ薬詳しく教えて。
Ah, I've always had an amateur interest in all things alchemical. When I read in an esteemed periodical from the Wizards of Youthful Lore about a sent away for the world-famous love potion, available for a limited time only, and it has worked exactly as...
You see what a fool my friend has been, spending all his cash on snake oil and bringing a temporarily tranquilized monster into our midst to boot.
What kind of monster would lie in a published
これ
advertisement?
暴れんの
I'm sure the effects of the potion will be everlasting, as printed.
どうしよう。多分これ結論出さなあかんような気がする。
私の考えを言うけど
それでは
放置
私の考え。
He'd believe it was noon at midnight if he read it on a printed pamphlet. Please tell me you can reason with him, or ditch reason and use your sword to shave him from his murderous
嘘の
darling.
恋人を葬ってくれ呼ぶかな。
ああどっちか選択しなあかん殺すのか生かすのか
find a living wage around here.
情報を提供してくれるかも
Curse
し
the
れない
gods.
ほんまかよ。
Is it so difficult to find a day of labour?
これ難しいな
Is it so difficult to find a
どうなん
day
だ
of
よ
labor? いきなり襲ってきたりする
確かに。
Oh, a source hunter. Who better to ask?
笑い声がやばい明らかやばいや
うわーどうしよっか。
んいやもうそれはまあ
This place reeks of
選
orc
択肢
stench.
委ねます
暴走しそうじゃないこいつなんか。
それはそれでちょっと面白そうやけど
Is it so difficult?
じゃあ庭。
Bravo! I trust not only the potion, but my scaly
You're going to regret this.
今回されることになるきっとな。
Bringing your little orcish girlfriend here is like bringing a wolf to a hen house.
nonsense. Listen, have you found us a job yet? We'll take anything. Well, what?
Have you found us a job yet? Where? Oh. Have you found us a job yet? Have you found us a job yet? We'll take anything, really.
You can deny that she loves me.
An orc in love. When this little chap fades, she'll liberate the flesh from our faces.
Come now, enough doom and gloom. Cast your gaze instead upon my fair, fanged filly.
Oh.
なかなかやばいセリフが狂ってる
すげえ。
情報提供してくれそうには思えないんだけど
やば
One day, Moira. One
これ
day
時
you'll
間経
show
った
them
ら
all.
暴走したら面白いな。
え
時間経ったら惚れ薬切れて暴走したら面白いな。
もう俺そういう現実しか見えへんけど。
次行ったらあの兵士殺されてんね。
Plenty of fish in the sea, but I've got the foulest of the lot on my racks.
Ask the source hunter.
Oh, hail the rock. Save that ship all by your lonesome. Quite the feat.
Have you found us a job yet? We'll take anything, really.
No, he didn't. He drove it straight to the pub and back.
Oh, and don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the lizard councillor's wife.
Is that why we never
Say,
sailed the yacht?
no one's around. You wouldn't raise a fuss if I, borrowed one of these fish, would you?
Borrow, indeed. I'll sooner meet a cat wizard than see that merchant repaid.
Come now, I'll be good for it, I swear!
Sauce? Here, it's seal. Ah, that was some false act madness.
I never would have dreamt of resorting to petty theft.
So
What do you
すごいな。
think? Should I snag
そ
a
れぞれの
fish?
人と取引できるっての面白いな。
そうやね。
Get it while it's This batch is only ours.
Speaking of youthful gore, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that orky charm loves him.
I suppose you've got a point. Another day. A hungry man, you know.
Ahoy, sailor! Are you enjoying the... Name's Conrad. Cargo trader, sea captain, an expert in all things nautical. Folks across Andervale know to give old Conrad a holler when it comes to rare imports, and those orcs must be out of their barbarous minds launching an attack on a city where a great wizard resides. I'll tell you, the only time I'd consider...
Sauce? Here? In a madness? Thought we were done with those swampy uglies of...
Ahoy, sailor! Are you enjoying the fresh winds of Sicily?
And don't forget the tiny...
No, scratch that. It is so much more than a delight. It Mendius at your service. What is my profession? Well, I'll tell you what it used to be, and that is a man of medicine. But what does a man of medicine do but mend what has first been broken? I saved lives, to be sure, but today... Oh, it's not merely an opportunity. It is a...
Herring, delicious dogfish. Yours for...
Oh, and don't forget the time he got caught...
See here. You and I share the same passion. I never doubted it for a moment. Too bad your line of work comes with such measly recompense. Indeed. Indeed, gold is always welcome. And among the fabulous... Even so, my friend, matters of a pecuniary nature aside, what is life without variety?
Oh, and don't forget the time...
Well spoken. Well said indeed. Life's too short to spend it doing someone else's bidding, and that is exactly why I am here. Why fate has put me right by the door to the King Crab, so that I could meet you and tell you about the marvel that is the fabulous... the Fabulous Five. How I enjoy simply saying the words that describe the most illustrious and celebrated adventurers' guild in... You'd like nothing more than to enlist, wouldn't you? Of course you would. And you can. Of course, if you still have questions, I shall answer them to the best of my abilities. But if not, how about we get... What a gem of a question. Now then, to join the Fabulous Five is to join a fellowship, to join a fraternity, a sorority, a community. The title of Knight, of course. Should you spread the word, should you propagate the gospel of the By now, the genial glow of the fellowship must have warmed your heart. Work hard. Fulfill contracts. Enlist new knights, and swiftly shall you...
Speaking of youthful girl, that loopy legionnaire
宗教の加入みたいな。宗教に入った？いや、入ってない。宗教。
You think you can speak that
入ってない。
Well, suffice to say, I've got my eye on you, Baron.
高いつぼかわされん。
Challenging the fabled wizard of Hunter's Edge.
Don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the Lizard Council.
They say he's privy to ancient and arcane secrets, the likes of which I doubt you. What a tall as an elf, and my word, what passion burns from... Yes, I am part of that band of valiant heroes, and ever there must I remain. But you must speak with Mendius. He stands right outside this very tavern, and he alone can bring you into our illustrious fold. Then, my equal, friend of my body, I am Anna. Jewel in the crown that is the Fabulous Five. I've cut 1,000 throats, and baked 1,000 bread rolls, stolen the crown jewels of the Queen of Arata, and with my... When the day comes that I die, the gods will evacuate the heavens to make space for my... I contain multitude... But then, sort that I have. I believe I have found that component. Yes, You must join the Fabulous Five right away, as soon as time permits. Come now,
Size seal, shiver me timbers and sliver me heels.
Size sail, tearing them
A source hunter? I thought he...
What's in a name? You mean you steal by following her instruction? Go on the...
My good man, drink you please.
Well, tuck my tail and call me Bessie. 2 feet address me directly? Huh. I thought I'd never... Oh, me and my brother Bull have dragged this here cart all around Sicil. From dock... Speaking of Bull, you ought to say hello to him.
声やね。
めっちゃいかついな、この弟子。
You see, the goldens I'm seeing, 2 feet, approaching me, and I'm Bull, the leading clairvoyant in Sicil. The 2 feet never bother to
すごい弟
ask,
子やねんけ
but
ど。
I see all
俺には
the
全ての現在と未来がわかる。
Of course, most winsome 2 feet. Of course. What would you like to know? Why, yes, most wealthy indeed. But you must be vigilant, 2 feet. For I see that you're well, that depends, 2 feet. That depends. I see that love has caused you to falter in the past. Yes. Death. Ever the most difficult topic to foretell. I see. Oh dear. No.
わからへんから締め切られ
No.
た。
Your reading is
終わりも。
Yeah. That's all for today.
Don't know what you said to upset... Oh, me...
Oh, wait.
I can't even smell the sea air over this cloud. Curse them rotten green skins. Ate my parrot, Polly, feathers and all.
巻物の秘密第5巻。
Careful now. Your head's growing more swollen than saffrons, I dare say.
Hearty welcome to the King Crab Inn, and a pleasure to have you. You look like you could use a round or 3, so what'll it be? Have a seat and stay a while.
Whatever happened to that troop of eager imbeciles we sent to the northern cave?
Halt! These gates are to remain closed. Will now be a little red imp's uncle, the Source Hunter. Sorry for the gruff treatment, I didn't recognise you right up. You can see security's tighter than ever around here, since we can only hope to hold back the undead and these left field. I don't think you're quite ready to head out into the wilds to me. Also, a party of 1 or 2 runs the risk of being outflanked and outnumbered. I'll bring some backup. Thank you for heeding my words of warning.
こっちの門の外は危ないみたい。え？こっちの門の外は危ないみたい。そうやね。まだ開けても。
ジェイク殺人について何か知ってる？
Mind if we keep our voices down over that sensitive subject? Death and dark magic ain't exactly great for business. That room where it happened, it was rented to a search. She came heavily cloaked, but paid the full sum in advance. I was used to such transactions after many similar concerning a certain Esmeralda. I saw one other figure go into the room that night. I was startled awake by a horrendous hubbub shortly after midnight. I jumped up and grabbed me grandpa. By the time I burst into that room, it was horribly silent. There was only Jake on the floor, dead, surrounded by... Whoever done it has escaped through the window. But I saw nary a soul when I looked out. You can bet I hightailed it to the Legion back. Councillor Jake, that poor man. I knew too much about his affairs, you know. Never figured it my business to say anything, but after all that's happened, Esmeralda's longest-standing lover has the audacity to remain lodged at this very inn, you know. He's called the Duke of Ferrell, a high title for a low man. If you haven't yet asked him about Esmeralda, I'd recommend it.
フェレル公爵。怪しい。
怪しいな。
3 hopeless sailors. Truly wish I could help you, but I'm barely keeping afloat as it is.
フェレル講師探してくる。
容疑者を何人か見つけていかないと。
Greetings, greetings. Oh, you are most welcome in my...
街の中ほんまいっぱい物落ちてるな。港周りを全部回収して。
I can't even smell the sea air over this rot.
Keep your pleasantries to yourself. If it's conversation you're looking for, I'd recommend my comrade. As for myself, my job is to protect this warehouse. That idiot man-child would sooner spend an hour chatting up a thief than a minute arresting him. I only hope he gets transferred out of this warehouse and straight to the perimeter. Let him rot off as... even thinking of him turns one in. You've caused enough distractions, I think.
Salutations! Source hunters, I see. I'm Sergeant Curtis, proud protector of this. Curtis is my name. The Legion is my call. This is a storing house for Legion supplies. Perhaps the most important building in the realm, by my and others' estimation. And... Salutations! Source hunters, I see. I'm Sergeant Curtis, proud protector of this house of Legion goods.
Ah, hello. I suppose you're here to viciously interrogate me for information I don't have. I am the Duke of Ferro. Though I suppose my name is in the mouths of enough ruthless gossipers that you've heard of me by now.
You've caused enough
Yes, she and I have a history. That's hardly a secret anymore. I quite doubt it was even a secret from Jake. As easy as it would be to pin suspicions on Esmeralda or I assure you that the affair was never so steamy and sordid as the busybodies around town make it. Jake and Esmeralda had no great affection for each other. He had his interests, she had hers, and there was little passion left between them. Certainly not enough. It's very tragic news. I won't posture and say that the Counselor and I were anything near allies, but I truly never wished the man harm. The closest I've got to my match is when I linger over long while lighting my pipe.
The fools are dead! I knew that she-beast would bring disaster.
えマーさん兵士死んでるんだけど
バカども殺された。あの化け物はきっとやると思ってたのよ。
It was that orc! She snapped! Grabbed them, popped their necks, and then ran out of here like a wild beast! I'm only grateful she didn't notice me.
街中逃げてるやん
Can you imagine?
やばいことなってる
やっちゃったやん。
やっちゃったやん死んでるしやばいって言ってた隣の兵士も殺されてるし悲惨な最後にいっぱいなんかアイテム落ちてるやん
金あるよね。いいやん。
もらっていこうひどすぎる事の顛末が
どこ行ったんやろあいつ。じゃあ
やばいやん街に潜伏してるやん
calling me. I'll tell you, it sure does me good to set eyes on another of our order. From Academy West, aren't you? Give Captain Wartruce my regards next time you see him. You wouldn't. I trained up in Academy North, after all. We don't cross paths with you Westies all that often, but it's always a Medora's the name. Retired, or so the Order keeps trying to tell me, but never out of commission. My hand to your cause and my sword at your... Heavens hornets! That's quite a story, comrade. See, I'm here on... well, let's call it a loan from a town to the north. There's been an attack there, comrade. Orcs. Not your run-of-the-mill savages, either. The ones who've taken dark... What they want in Hunter's Edge, I can't say. But it's my responsibility to send up. I came south seeking the Legion's help, only to find it tied here in Sicily by the skin of my teeth, comrade. The savages were rounded. I managed to wrench free of my captor's grip and flee toward... Well, comrade, I hadn't thought of it till you tapped my shoulder just now. But perhaps that... I need a contingent I can trust if I'm to take back the town. And the way I see it, you could use reinforcements here in town. I've been scouting Sicily for some time now, and I believe I've sussed out sufficient intel to help solve the murder of the Counselor. With our minds and swords in tandem, we'll make short work of the perpetrator. Well, you know the old expression. 2's a tea party, 3's an invasion. I know this place like the back of my hand by now, and the orcs up north will be short work for a trained-up trio of sauce hunters. That's the spirit. Listen closely now. Do you hear it? That's the sound of...
マドラが仲間になる。
お、ほんまや、仲間だね。
I've spotted something.
I think that's only roast pig.
Ah, yes. Yes, of course. This time.
I give milk. I give...
Not in the mood for cheese. An excuse is more home to the slice of this time.
ナイトが2人いる
ガチガチの全員やな。
Moo, don't just...
The earth here seems to have been freshly fertilized and aerated. Obviously, someone has taken great care.
Aaron has as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
掘らない。
いや、
A source hunter will always receive a warm welcome at the town hall of Sicile. I'm sure Mayor Cecil is looking forward to...
よりの道徳に任そう。
You step away from the grave.
What? Oh, it's you. Come closer then. Closer? My ears aren't what they used to be. Nor my eyes, for that matter. Yes, hello, Source Hunter. Our city welcomes you. No, all my clothes are in fine condition, thanks. I've been going to the same tailor for years. My elf? What elf? Oh, myself. I am Cecil, Mayor of Sicile, and husband of the stately Cecilia. I'd be... Oh, what? Oh, you mean Sicile. Very difficult times indeed. As though the undead have overrun all but one northern trade route, while the that's not to mention that at the top of this whole caboodle, there's rumors of some... And, what, Jake? Murdered? Oh, yes. Yes, now I recall. Indeed. I could hardly believe it myself. Most of the townsfolk are certain Jake's wife Esmeralda is responsible. In fact, as you can imagine, I've known Esmeralda an all-right bloke, apart from all this Esmeralda nonsense. The whole town knows the only goal of his business trips...
Fire, the most thorough cleanser, was my method. But as my house burned in front of me, I felt no elevation, no piety, only the sudden weight of my own idiocy upon my very soul. Thank you, kind one. have some pity. Ah, cruel fortune.
I've just got back from the realm of fairy. It was lovely, but I should have brought my winter boots.
Ah, cruel fortune.
街広い。
街が広い。
探すな。
Good salutations! Indeed. I wouldn't venture too far out of town if I were you. Many Legionnaires are whose invention? The stasis blaster. These days, we Legionnaires hold a lottery to see who gets to man the things. You can bet it's no small amount easier to blast those flesh-eating monstrosities from a distance than to get within striking range.
No, I certainly don't mind a bit of healthy competition. And that is exactly what your presence in Sicil is, Source Hunter. A gift and a blessing.
I wouldn't venture too far out of town if I were you. Many are who's in these days. Oh, it never ends around here. There's a The Legion stands at the ready. You don't look like you're quite ready to thank you for
Was an insult.
Don't pay attention to the beast words. You'll only incorrect.
おった。
What have we here, then? A so-called source hunter, eh? Well, look, do what gods above! Some politician snuffs it and everyone's in an uproar. Ridiculous! I told that wizard brat of an Ahu not to bother. But he just had to send for source hunters. Nevertheless, I want to be kept in the loop. Understand? I am in command of this town, not Mayor Cecil, not the scene of the crime is over at the King Crab Inn. You can tell the guard you have my permission to enter. Now off with you!
おう、キングルクラブ邸か。
Esmeralda is Jake's wife. Well, widow. What? You're going to stand there and claim with a straight face you're...
なるほど。ちょっと行ってみよう。
Sorry, sir.
You think that's funny, Private?
Sir, no,
You don't think it's infected, do you?
Come on now, I pulled her off you before she could do anything.
Good did you?
Omnes autem mali de... What? What is this? Who are you to interrupt? Oh, but perhaps I spoke too soon. Perhaps... No. A source hunter. That is what you are. Yes, a Why? Simply because you... Now. This is a sentiment on one condition.
I am Victoria, daughter of Mayor Cecil. When I was very young, you see, I must have been cast out by my tribe. The fisherman who found me would have drowned me on the spot. For I am an orc, after all. He raised me like I was his own. This kindest of souls taught me the language of men, their customs and their letters. Thus, I became the city's librarian, a position I uphold with no small diligence and pride.
そういう話してた。
いや、違う違う。 元からなんかここにおるんで。
Indeed you may. The wisdom I here hold is yours to peruse and even take with you. All I can ask is that you return the books you borrow.
本貸してくれる。
殺したやつちゃうん
あれまた別のやつじゃん。現在も逃走中。
The knight in see-through armor, Princess Buttercup with the blushing bottom, Steadticker. Esmeralda does have a propensity for all things naughty, hasn't she?
Alistair, have you ever had the fortune of challenging the fabled wizard of Hunter's End?
Stop right there. Until you've received the captain's permission, not exactly the friendliest bloke, the captain, is he? Well, your reward for getting your ear.
Hasn't she?
おお何したの入った瞬間やられた
マジぶついやんやばいこの街やばい
What happened? Is this a dream?
I don't think so. That stone, somehow it sent us flying into the stars.
Terrible, terrible, terrible! It will consume us all. By the quill that lasts a billion words, what's this? 2 rivers. Oh, yes, proper introductions. Zigzags. As for how I got here, well, for a historian, how you got here, though, on such a tiny and rapidly shrink. At last, time ought naturally to have no end at all. Indeed, I can think of no worse nightmare. Show, don't tell. You looked. You saw. Terrifying, isn't... What's this? The portal. It's... the portal. It's quite sprung to life, just like the... You, dear stranger, you must be the key. Something about your... Those torches, a light. This portal, active. What? Goodness me, how right you are. There's so much to take in, I nearly forgot. It is the void itself. The dragon that is devouring creation. When I speak of the end of time, this is exact. I can't say for sure where it came from, how or why, but I do know this. It's shrinking our future by the second. And if we don't stop it, it will devour the... It's not that I believe, it's that I have seen. Then, no longer than a few mere moments after you arrive, zap it goes. Though I cannot say for... In fact, every last question that ever plagues your noggin might... But why spoil the mystery? After you...
Where the portal?
You first. Just as I hoped. There she is. There it is. Come, don't delay.
The wild ride continues. It seems the imp has spotted exactly who and what he'd hoped to find here.
Could it be, milady?
Indeed, Sir Imp. As surely as you are he who chronicles all.
Astounding! Unbelievable!
You have brought guests,
My reaction exactly, milady.
This is a question better put to our... If any other being in Rivellon asked me about the detail, but you are different. So please, do tell me. How did you... A stone? So... It was not like this, no. Never had I experienced something so, but yours has. You appeared...
But, Madam Weaver...
Like the stone, source hunters. It would seem that yourselves and Starstone are inextricably linked. Starstone is not what it seems, so... Do you see what violence my work has suffered?
Mysteries of all time. Gaps in history. Oh, how...
It would appear That Starstone
I see.
Yes. Though I cannot explain why this star. If we do not restore time, if we do not discover the true nature of these stones, the void will consume us. Indeed you must. Though I may not yet understand why. It seems that you and you alone can unlock the powers within.
Why, of course. That's what they were doing.
Without these stones, Hunter.
That shall never be, milady. As sure he's our most mysterious guest. So, what do you think, Source Hunter?
Not but a moment ago we were hunting Source in Rivellon, and now we're being told that we alone can prevent the end of time by way of some magical stones. What do you make of it?
We can't deny our reaction to Starstone. There must be something to all of this, mad as it may seem.
Still, it's quite a leap from finding a strange stone.
空想的と現実的。
The glint in your no, but you'll need. Luckily, off you go. Cross my heart, like the imp said to the wounded, just like from what I ruins, caves, the lairs of long. Before you go, I hope you'll be.
さあ、元の世界へ。
またほわ。
おい。
Why are there two of us? Two beings that record all of history parallel to one another.
That's a good question, Zigzags. One without a conclusive answer, though its resolution.
I am the last test. The last.
Chronicles idle chronicle and create. Where you arrive at conclusions, I spin origins inside.
まあ、転移門がどこなんや。
転移門から
あ、
ファストトラベルでも。
I wonder, do you know more about the void?
In the Drix, I am the weaver. I am the perhaps the am I the beginning?
そうだよ。
And am I to be the end?
じゃあな。じゃあな。
爆弾キーパーだったから早くこっち来い。
来た来た。画面一緒じゃない飛ばれへん。
まあそらな。
制御なんで便利なアイテム。
Source Hunters, I welcome you once again to the realm of Rivellon. I know the imp historian has told you about his agent on Rivellon, and that agent is I. So now that you know of the alliance between me and Sir Zigzag, and I'll be delighted to give it. Dark webs are being... It can therefore... That means the task you have been given remains crucial. Find the assassin... Oh, before you go, here. Take this teleporter pyramid. You'll need the other one too if you want to make use of its powers, but alas, I seem to have misplaced it. Don't worry though. Use this one here and it'll take you straight to its... Now that this matter has been settled, Hunters, I shall...
You'll rue the day you lend your trust. Let us learn, Hunter, whether you like it.
Run away? Ah.
さあ、マドラー話せる？
まだどこにおる？
下に降りる。下。あ、これ。
Tinson dugongs, you nearly startled me out of my boots. Well, you've got my attention, comrade. Ask away, my friend, ask away. Always helps to know a thing or two about who's covering your back against the gnashing horrors, eh?
じゃあ、
あ、無理か。一回、まずは消さなあかん。そういうことね。
Ready to advance, but what?
消すって。ほんまに消えたよ。
マドラいる？それか。確かこっちのあいつユミもおるけど。
あ、ユミの方はいるかもな。曲。まあでも全然。
これはもう完全ナイト。
I could do with a cold drink.
Sorry, sir. You don't think it's infected, do you?
Come on now, I pulled her off you before she could do any real damage.
Any real damage? Are you joking? I've been mauled. I'll be disfigured for life.
Ah, come on with the dramatics. It's not as bad as all that.
The face furious. She bit me in the face.
Look on the bright side.
Ice blue eyes, narrow beneath a heavy brow streaked with sweat and dust. Her hands tense into... Her brow knits together. But something in her pose... I am Bear Daughter. I have not come here to find trouble with the Screech woman. She only startled me. And you are a source hunter. I have heard many tales of your order. You're this woman here, the one who now plots her revenge. She crept behind me while I was hunting, and I only defended myself. I would not hurt, but soon their swords were upon me, and they forced me into this cage meant for dogs. Mother would rip the fur from her chest if she could see how they...
Hey, who's that then? Come on.
Easy, Tull. That's the source hunter you're talking to.
She may have the look of a woman if you squint hard enough, but we got reports of a strange-looking outsider skulking through the town with her bow drawn. I found her crouched behind a tree, I tapped her on the shoulder to see what was what, and the beast startled...
Bit Tullia right in the face, she did. It wasn't...
Enjoy it while you can, Ver. There's not another legionnaire in the cohort that'll have you if I go rabid.
Well, that's to be decided. She doesn't seem to be sick, despite Tully's mom.
Perhaps it'd be worth taking this stranger under our wing. She'll likely come in handy.
After all...
Well, that's a relief, ain't it? We found a good...
Heed me, Source Hunter. She's not good...
You say you will take me under your wing. But I see no feathers. Are you a child of the birds? In truth, this is a relief. Your world is made with rules I have not yet memorized. And so the lonely babe was fed upon the wild mother's milk, and cast aside from humankind, he thrived among his mother's ilk. So says the wise godwolf Amira, raised the child Threes among her litter. So you see, I have good company. Threes the wolfson, and I the bear daughter.
Sir! No, sir!
Attention! About face! About it! Nuts! That was lovelier than Sicilian steel! Again! Attention! About face!
Red and orange, yellow and green, the finest veggies Sicilia's ever seen.
That was lovelier than Sicilian stew. Again!
Source Hunter. In Home Forest, every creature acts according to the nature of its kind. Birds frighten easily, badgers fear little. But amongst men,
There are no guarantees.
Sicilian stew, again!
If you say it is so, then wary I will be.
Attention! About face! To the barracks! March! Recruits! That was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again! Attention! About face!
箱あるけど、鍵を買ってるわ。
壊したらいい。
壊さなあかんの。まあ、消えそうやけど。
開けるとかじゃない。壊すやから。
Greetings, Source Hunter. Ready to have an...
About face! To the barracks! March! Recruits! That was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again!
If only the popular girls from the Source Academy could see how edgy and dangerous you've become.
Those folks should embarrass a bridge crew. Get to shining recruits.
Sorry, sir.
You think that's funny, Private?
Sir! No, sir!
It never ends around here. There's a zombie in my garden. My sheep is missing. An orc ate my baby. Night and day, day and night.
怒られるよ。盗むなって。
マジで。
Attention! About face!
これ基本盗むになるよな。
To the barracks! Not!
だって全部赤色やもん。
Recruits! That was sloppier than Sicilian stew.
Good luck with it. It never ends around here. There's a zombie in my...
I wouldn't venture too far out of town if I were you. Good luck with these Sicilian Source Hunter. Sorry, sir.
You think that's funny, Private?
Sir! No, sir!
Attention!
Better to evacuate this place while there's still... Good luck with these Sicilian Source Hunter. They'll run you ragged if you let them.
Sicilian stew. Again! Attention! About face! Recruits! That was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again!
爆発させた。
爆発？
うん。どこ？
Good to have you back, Source. I wouldn't venture or whose invention. But these days we don't ask. Sorry, sir.
On a...
さあ、どこ出す？
Drink and gamble. That's all we do around here. Hope you fared better, Source Hunter.
めっちゃ爆発して。
なんじゃ？どういうこと？どういうこと？
めっちゃ爆発しましたよ。
え？
爆発トラップや。
え？なんか他にもトラップがあった感じか。
Careful now, that's a trap.
入られへん。
Source Hunter? What, but certainly. Oh, my task upon this earth is to... You see, my one desire is to witness a world. To my great regret, none of them purr as yet. Oh, but that's not such magic to be out. But of course it's handy to speak in more than meows.
潰してみたら。開けられるんだ。 時間かかるな。ちょびちょびやっていく。
Quiet! No talking to these scoundrels, criminal scum!
Stop of justice!
どうなの？攻撃の方入る。
I'll thank you to take a step in another direction. This is the Legion treasure room, and you've no business.
無理やりストーリーを進めていくっていう
物理攻撃でストーリーを進めていく。
You're like a gorilla in a porcelain store.
なんか怒られた。ゴリラって言われてる。
It's official. The Duke of Ferrol is the worst poet in Rivellon.
フェリル公爵が怪しい。
ああ。証拠品バラバラなんて思って。
そうやね。
ゴリラ。
まあでも耐久値はまだでも
These stores
ま
are
だ
rolling
修
to
理
Rivellon's finest
修理ができる。
ああ、なんか修理してくれる人がいる
Better
か
to
ら。
evacuate this place while there's still some left to save, I say. Go whilst the going's
あ
good.
あ自分で修理できたんだっけ。
なんかスキルあったらできた。
スキルか。
いや、チキンチキンチキン。
On the move for cheese!
Yeah, chicken, chicken, chicken.
Slice of this fine gourmet there.
Yeah, chicken, chicken, chicken.
気の小さな頭を抜いてあげたい。ジェイク・ギンが死んでいたならば望みはすべて G というのに F 公爵。
ジェイク・ギンを殺して。
Don't let that rooster escape!
どうしよう。これをオレウスに出すか、そのままフェリックスに。
Adulterous heart.
Greetings.
No
These
doubt she's
stores are
guilty as
Barlington
sin.
fruits. Rivellon's finest work up mighty fine appetite.
Rawr. That is, how can I help you, my friend?
フェリル公爵ってどこに行ったの？
覚えたっけ？
あ、そこなのか。
Great to drink
こいつや
and gamble.
ああ、
フェロル。
Ah, hello. I suppose you're here to viciously interrogate me for information I don't have, like our noble Captain Aureus before you. Which one? I've written, Esmeralda, more works of lyrical mastery than I can count. All that letter proves is my devotion to my lady, not any actual intention to do away with Jake.
じゃあ、オレウス。オレウスから問い詰めてもらおう。
Sorry, sir.
Oh, still not. Well, have you found any incriminating evidence against her? If so, let's have it. Like I said, the girl's known to be a flirt. But that sob of a feral doesn't have the mettle to commit murder. And as far as I'm concerned, neither has she.
ってことはちょっと待った。エスミー。
エスミー。
エスミー。
エスミーに話聞か
エスミー。
エスミー。
名探偵コナンみたいな。
あれれ
こんなところに落ちてるよ。
紛らわしい。
You know how you people say you're a good provider when you bring home the
街が広すぎて。
いやでもなんかここか。
Never trust a doctor. Have you met the archaeologist? He knows.
Excuse me? This is a private sick room. Who in the name of the seven do you think... Oh, I'm sorry. It's this task. I'm just... Who am I? I'm an apprentice of the healing arts. I've been racking my brain trying to decide on the best method to settle this grave situation. But perhaps it's better left in the hands of an esteemed source hunter. Surely you are more accustomed to weighing life and death than I... What would you like to know? Yes, a curious... I myself, but it's strange. Don't dither long. Please, these men don't have long. Oh.
なんかうなってるよ。ベッドになんか誰か。
Boris, Stephen, both good men. How can I choose but one?
一人だけ助かる。
What do you think? Would you like to learn more about the patients before making a decision? What would you like to know? One of the brave few willing to traverse the trade routes played by the undead. A young man, but excellent in matters of business, before he fell victim to an orcish club in the north, that is. Thankfully for him, a cattle trader found him, nearly dead, but not quite so, and brought him here straight away. Quite the venerable staple of Sicile, Stephen, and recently blessed with his third grandchild. He was leading a crew of builders when a stray beam struck him in the temple, and only a few days, nearly everyone in Sicile is familiar with grinning Stephen, and, as you can imagine, he's quite dear to his family.
この町、アンデッドに悩まされてる。
優秀な。
In this moment, I do... Yes, a curious relic indeed. I got it from a kindly abbot, Loic by name, in the northern town of Silver Glen. He is of a certain faith, the Immaculates, they call themselves, that espouses the belief that certain stones can heal wounded flesh.
Those men hardly sound long for this work.
I myself was nothing if not skeptical of his claims, but something happened as he handed me the stone. A small cut on my finger, but it's strange. The stone is only good for a single use at a time before it reverts to a useless, inert state. It takes time to regain its magical properties, and I guard it cautiously. Don't dither long. These men are slipping ever closer toward the edge with each pass. What do you think? Would you like to learn more about the patients before making it? You are? I thank you a million times for your help. Who have you decided should
Boris にやったな。
Boris it is? Yes. I'll deliver the stone. I'm...
Thank you. I'll say I didn't want to live. I wanted it with every fiber of my heart. Not just for my own sake, but for my family.
Enjoy what remains of your life, will you? Never know when it'll be snatched out from us.
Grave responsibility. I'm feeling stronger already. 1,000 thanks to you. What will I do? What won't I do? Seeing how short life can be. How easily it can be taken after I've climbed every mountain in Rivellon and smooched every girl who'll have me. I'll devote myself to learning the magic that saved me. Everyone deserves to feel the thrill of a renewed life. I'll see you around then. I'm liable to spring out of it.
I don't want to ruin this particular batch.
I don't know what I did to deserve this, but I'm beyond grateful.
Please, leave me. I've not long for the world now.
Enjoy what remains of your life, will you? Never know when it'll be snatched out from under you.
My promise remains true, hero. I'll cherish this life every moment I've got. I'll see you around then. I'm liable to... I don't know what I did to deserve this, but I'm beyond grateful.
No, I know it's here somewhere.
Thank you. Thank you eternally for your help. Though your reaction to the healing stone...
I feel どうしたのかわからへん。
Give me a muck.
続きが何も
エイミ
I'm right.
って読んの。
エイミ誰やねん
さっきの。
言うてた
手当たり次第。
お前さ、探すのが大変やな、人も。
目星はついてる。めっちゃ盗んでるやん。
誰もおらんかったら問題なさそう。相手の視界入ってたらあかんね
いやまあそうやね。俺が連れてるやつはなんか苦言言われるから。
ああ、そうなのよ。ベアダム野生やからそこら辺は寛容や。
So, what's the bad news? More orcs? Sad story, that. I just concern myself with giving the What about it? Didn't I just say we gave it a respectable send-off? Why are you giving me the 3rd degree? Now, if you don't mind, I'm trying to... What do you think you're doing?
いや、掘り返すってこと。
掘り返す？ああ、なくなってるから。
Greetings. These stores are for our Legion troops. Rivellon's finest work up mighty fine.
ヨリング頼もう。汚れ仕事はヨリングの仕事や。全部。
Salutations, Source Hunter.
ちょっと。
Lieutenant Selenia, now I said, and that is exactly what your presence in Sicil, the undead, the bravest among my men. I shall be very glad to share what information I can give you. It's very sweet of you that you are trying to get these men a job. But sure, they can tie a knot and blow a whistle like the rest of them. But even with a sword in their hands, they wouldn't... If ever we want to be victorious in Sicil, we have to track down the root of the undead uprising. Under the Pact of Volunteers, 3 expeditions were launched. 3 landmarks were chosen for further investigation. The lighthouse, the burial mounds. There's a lighthouse to the west, up on the bluffs. The locals say it's... There are ancient burial grounds to be found north of the city.
as good a place as any to start looking for necromancers. A local archaeologist offered to tag. There's a church to the northeast of here, built atop the very place where all superstitious mumbo-jumbo, if you ask me. But so I did. The Pact of Volunteers. The chances of survival during these sorties are only about 1 in 10, you see.
Toe of snake, wing of worm, brew and spice 'em, stir and churn.
Source hunters here too? Well, if the Legion couldn't save this place, what are you gonna do?
Baking like a cake.
Well, you certainly are my hero. The rock upon which I may rest my weary soul in these trying and...
Lord above, grant me patience. You're a source hunter, aren't you? Here because you think I killed my husband. How many times do I need? Like I told just about every legionnaire in town, I don't know anything about poor Jake's murder. So what happened? Some of them tittle-tattling crab chasers down the pub call me a murderous gold digger and you believe them? Oh, don't put stock in the hastily scribbled words of a lovelorn fool. This letter, it was a show of passion. A poorly worded passion I did not echo in the least. The Duke, he's like a spoiled child. He's not a man. He's not like Septimus.
She seems to be quite adamant about her innocence. I'll need to look for evidence if I want to prove she did the evil deed.
彼女が犯行に及んだことを証明したきりは。じゃああれよ、やっぱ。
Damon, more
Legion's greetings. Jake's murder is, in a word, a tragedy. He was well loved in all of Sicily. You claim to possess evidence that implicates Lady Esmeralda in the murder of her husband? Well, let's have it then. There now, she was stringing Ferrell along. Ha! A pampered brat, that Duke, just like she says. Bark's word, so fair, steadfast will I guard.
本読んでったらなんかあれやね。いろいろ思い出る。
じゃあ頼むわ。
墓どこに？
Thank the seven, we've secured the perimeter.
そこじゃ。
Looks like that dog is awfully agitated. Is he trying to tell me something?
Toe of snake, wing of worm, brew and spice 'em, stir and churn. Rest in peace, darling.
ジェイクの墓を。
I smell running lamb chops. May the seven keep you.
ジェイクの墓で。
ジェイクの墓。お、あ、なんだ。
調べれるんじゃん。
どれ？ジェイク。
穴調べられへん。
お、はい、入ったわ。
Rest in peace, darling.
絶対やばいやつや。
これはジェイクと関係あるのか。わからん。あ、え？
敵か。
結構アンデッド。 いいね。戦闘強い、マジで。
強いな。
おお、
魔法使いおりや。
え、全然ちゃうとこ打ってたんじゃん。目開いてるそいつ。
目つぶってたんでしょ。凍らせるやつなんかなかったっけ？相手になんか飛べる。
Stave of the elements.
31。麻痺だ。
麻痺強いな。燃えてるよ。
水を。
水かける。さして。
オッケー。
ナイス。おー、やっぱ食らわんな。ターゲットが視界にいない。だから当たらん。
何をしてんだ。もったいね。
As good as a new penny.
両方変更する。せえへんか、さすがに。やはり優秀よ。
優秀やな。
I invoke the highest power.
オーケー。
そのマジックミサイル強い。
Stitch in time, eh, my friends?
P11 番だし。全部だ。これ
当たる。いや、どうなのわかんない。
視界にいないの見える。
暗い。
暗い。
背後から行きます。もう一丁。
Found it.
お、面白かった。
Maybe now you can learn something useful, like how to wash your underthings.
あれ？ありがたい。
ありがたい。
I don't have the right tool for mining.
ツルハシがない。ツルハシがない。
I don't have the right tool for mining.
採掘用の道具がないかな。お、なんかやばいの出てきたぞ。
なんじゃあいつ。
やばそうや。
遠距離や。いや、大丈夫や。やはり強い。マジ強い。
強キャレやん。
っていうか、持ちすぎじゃん。持ちすぎやろ。
なにこれ？いやいや、アイテムはあった方が。
じゃあ、キャッパ超えてるやん。
何が？ああ、ほんまや。使っていこうか。
全然ちゃうとこやってる。機械あいつ炎やから機械なんじゃん。
そこに毒投げてる。
毒
出すわ。
毒なんか持ってたっけ？ないよ。
ないか。あ、いやあ、そっか、いやーないと。弓がないといかん。どこの
こいつ倒せんの？
いけそうや。変更した。炎の風で
炎上で来てくれる。おお、回復してるやんけ。
回復してるやん。
うわー、
強い強い。
なんと
俺だけ大丈夫や。
範囲攻撃。
範囲攻撃やな。そいつやばそうや。爆発せえへんこれ。
なんで？ああ、そういうことや。うわー、ちょっと待った。メイン。なんで？どういうギミックやった今の？
ああ、火が水で蒸発して。
ああ、じゃなくてその一個前。なんで爆発したの？大爆発。
やっぱあの敵爆発するタイプじゃん。死んだ瞬間。
あ、死んだら爆発するのか。
これか。まあ、とりあえず。
高速移動。
あそこに持っていい。
あ、やばい。
あ
そうや、やられてた、忘れてた。
Seven have mercy on your soul!
I need to dry off. This is the end for you!
使ってくれ。いや、どこでもいいんじゃない？確か。あれ？選択して。それだよ。まあその辺に。Thank you! Thank you!
回復させて、まず。
回復させてくれ。回復してないし。
Things got pretty hairy there for a bit. I could feel the very Reaper breathing down my neck.
Don't you worry. As long as I'm there to heal you, you'll come to no harm.
Huh! As if I need your help to survive.
決裂
してるし。
二手に分かれてるな。
Do you like wells? There are a few around Sicil, though one has gone tragic.
敵か敵やな。あ、ちゃうわ。あ、グルグラブや。
You see a shady-looking figure fishing coins of gold out of the muddy water that pools beneath the well overhead. His movements are quick and nervous, but nevertheless, he seems to enjoy stuffing what cash he can find into the many pockets of his shabby coat. So absorbed is he in his coin hoarding that at first he doesn't notice your presence. Suddenly, though, he pauses, looks up, and quick as a cat its talons, readies 2 daggers. Your friendly tone of voice has immediate effect. The man quickly relaxes his aggressive stance, sheathes his weapons, and pulls a quill and a scrap of parchment out of one of his pockets. Dexterously,
Mute, can't speak. You look professional. You the source hunter the wizard asked for.
excitedly, the man turns over the scrap and pens a few more lines.
Name's Walgraf. I admire you. No hero like source hunter.
Sicil. Walgraf nods enthusiastically and pulls a couple of ripped parchment pieces out from his vestments. Hastily, he covers them with words and pushes them in your hand.
Been mute since I was a kid. Sorcerers took my voice. People think I'm stupid. I'm not.
何してんの何してんの。ああ、え？罠あ、罠。
Get money, food where I can. Still want to help you. I'm useful.
Walgraf notices there's no room left in your party and shrugs his shoulders. Nothing he can do about that.
グラフ仲間にできるけど、
プログラム仲間にする。
金貨がめっちゃ落ちてる。地上に出てくる。
Daemon Daemonium. And so let the...
プログラフ仲間できんで。反対側。まあベアドールを一回外さなあかんで。
ああ、そういうこと。
まあどっちでも俺はヤハンは渡さない。
遠距離欲しいけどな。
まあ遠距離っていう素早さが重視やな、プログラフは。
まあこのままでいいんじゃない。
じゃあこうまた分かれてる。どっち行った？
これなんか階段あるとこ行ってこっちや。
ああ、
危険やね。
ちょっとこっち行ってみる。こっちから来たよね。
いや、ちゃうで。樽積んだあるね。
Careful, I spotted a trap.
トラップがあるわ。
なんもない。ほら。
それ、来たとこじゃん。
そうやろ？
こっちこっち。トラップや。
あ、でも爆発させたらなんかその近くのアイテムが取られへんとかじゃない？
罠解除のツールがあんねんけどさ、これを使ったらいい。めっちゃ突っ込むな。NPC めっちゃ突っ込むやん。危ないっちゅう。
あ、移動できひんねや。
待機さしとかな。
でもなんもないわ。
地雷が。
地雷するぞ。
使用って何だろう。使用したら爆発する。
うん、多分。
なんで罠解除？
あ、できんの？
使用って罠解除とかやってみるか。
死ぬで多分。俺もう投げろ。
お、思い出し。
I'm dripping!
Look out! I see a trap nearby.
また。
だらけ。
うわ、
どこや。
危な。
mumbling about black
大
and
爆発
white.
するとこや。
Is that it?
お前らどこ出たの？
I don't have the right tool for
なんやろう
mining.
なこれ。ピッケルがいる。
ああ、そうやな。探さなあかん、ピッケル。その攻撃でできひん。
いけんの？
無理や。いかんな。
なんもなかったわ。
宝箱あったけど。まだ潜るの？ファストトラベルでいい？
あ
あ、でも、まだ行っていいのよかったわ、トラップの。階段が持った。
なんかやばそうやったけどな。
何？
これなんかもうすごい。
あれ使わなあかん。
I feel like I just had a long bath in a cold lake.
Careful! I spotted a trap.
Yahan 大丈夫かよ。
これ、こう、PC 置いといた方がいいな。PC なんか、切り離して置いといた方がいい。
あ、食らってる食らってる。Yahan 食らってる。いや、まだ無理分かってる。何したん？
回してきた。
なんで？
レバーいじったら。
え？
レバーいじったら、奪われた。ファイターだ。
ネズミおったけどさっきの。君と喋ってくれよ。
There's a man in town who said...
してる部屋。違うかな、違う。
こっちは開いた。
弓あるよ。
弓はいらん。ベアドール置いてきたよ。
そうや、置いてきて。
連れてこい。無理くり俺はヤハン。
女性に取られへん。ボタンある。
直したらアイテム。ヤドール連れてきて早く墓を掘り返してくれ。
そうやな。アイテムすげえ。やだ。
Made a big change on your block with a wheel of the good stuff.
Any takers? Come on, you chickens!
What can I do for you? More
Ah, hello, proportionate one. Oh, I can see from the symmetry in your face that you are a great fan of the fine arts, no?
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Join the Spud Club if you got an eye for farm potatoes.
Dearest customer, I've never seen an aura so plagued by ether. Thank Astarte, I've just the earth scroll to ground you.
City's youth. They hustle and
Red
bustle.
and orange, yellow and green, the finest veggies size seals ever seen.
Not the move for cheese. An excuse is more home than a slice of this fine almost there. Made a big change on your block with a wheel of the good stuff.
Let us see if you can choose the finest greens.
Toe of snake, wing of worm, brew and spice 'em, stir and churn.
Hey! Stop that! Don't scuttle away before you've tried some of the ocean's finest bounty. I listened in while you were talking to that would-be thief. Thank you for preserving my stock. It's no wonder you source hunters are known for setting a place straight.
Watch the undead quiver in their mouldy boots.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
No better solution to the zombie problem than a set of silver arrows.
Lonesome, spiritless. Perhaps wrestling an earth elemental will inject some vim into your routine.
Watch the undead quiver in their mouldy boots.
Made a big change on your block with a wheel of the good stuff.
Watch the undead quiver in their mouldy boots.
二刀流って
Lonesome, spiritless.
やってみていいよ。
Perhaps wrestling an earth elemental will inject some vim into your
そういう
routine.
ことやな。
Arrows by the dozens.
ソビエビン片手剣の片手剣。
そういうことじゃない。
Watch the undead quiver in their mouldy boots.
2種類の武器を所持して
Made
い
a
る。
big change on your block with a wheel of the good stuff.
Lonesome, spiritless. Perhaps. Oh no, noble friend.
Your upper chakras are in desperate need of a good scrubbing. Fortunately for you, my homebrewed tinctures will do the job. Or if you're in the mood for something a bit more electrifying, one of my inner scrolls might give your system just the shock it needs.
レベル3のダガーやったら
Tomatoes.
女と
Let's see. Carrot, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Let us see if you can choose the finest greens!
Don't scuttle away before you've tried some of the ocean's finest bounty. How many crab claws would you like?
あ、もう全部
3?
完成した。
11?
あ、そういうこと。人のやつもできんねや。
できる。
Fresh haddock, perfect for a fire. Join the stud club if you've got an eye for farm potatoes.
Get it while it's fresh. This batch is only hours from the sea.
Not in the mood for cheese. An excuse is more home than a slice of this time all the less.
Fresh haddock, perfect for a fire.
Source hunters here too. Well, if the Legion can save this place, what if...
Chickens.
Well, what sort of arrows do you want? Freezing? Silver? Poison? Get to the point.
よりはかり早く言ってくれ。
Aaron has as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
Watch the undead quiver in their mouldy boots.
Not in the mood for cheese. An excuse is more homes than a slice of this time all the less.
Careful now. Your head's growing more swollen than saffrons, I dare say.
Cold inside my soul.
May the 7 keep you.
Here lies Jacques, the oldest man in Sicil. Get off my grave, you jackanapes. In memory of Loni, death lies on her like an untimely Here lies Nemris, master of philosophy. Here lies David, who ran from the Reaper. You'll never catch me alive. Please do not disturb.
Jake.
Jake!
That's a sheep. Where's Jake's corpse?
羊はシチューにするには
死んでいた期間がな。死んでいた期間ってない。
Are you here, Jake? Rest in peace.
え、今の何なのそれ。
羊。
それ取って。
取られへん。
あ、取られへんの
だって14の話。
あ、そういうこと。
めっちゃ重い。
Where are you, Jake?
Here lies James, as usual, the filthy fibber.
これどうするのか話しましたよ。
あ、っていうか無理なんかな。
That shovel has proven worth its weight, it seems.
Indeed. And who knows what manner of riches we'll unearth together with this tried and true treasure digger.
Oh, for the 7's sake. Those shining eyes are better fit.
基本対立してる。なんで組んでんのかわからない。
Oh, rest in peace, darling.
Rotten lunch.
Here lies Helen, killed by an enraged zombie. I'm sure we can talk this out.
先の羊を掘って。
ジェイクの墓を掘り起こしたところ、中に収められているのは彼の遺体ではなく羊だった。誰が遺体に包んだのか。だが誰が、そして何のために、どこに議員の遺体が持ち去られたのか探す必要がある。
遺体がないってのはおかしいな。
そうやね。まあというところで、今回の動画はここまでにして、ちょっと次回おそらく犯人がわかるんじゃないかなと思いますんで、そこをちょっと突き詰めていきたいと思います。というところで、今日はここまでで終わりたいと思います。ご視聴ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。
ほなまた。
ほなな。